Welcome to episode 5 of Bizarre Connections, the channel that takes you to places other channels cannot reach. Last time we ceased operations at the numbers 4, 9 and 17, a series of unlucky numbers in different cultures, so that's where we'll pick up this time. Connection 29, Denmark. I love all things Danish, who doesn't? But how does it connect to the unlucky numbers 4, 9 and 17? Written as 9/4/17, they become a date. In the USA, it is the 4th of September, but in Denmark and the rest of the sane world, it is the 9th of April. And in Denmark, the 9th of April is a very important day. It is the day when they commemorate the dark day in 1940 when Nazi Germany invaded and took over the country. Denmark remained occupied for the next 5 years. Although not a public holiday, the date is quietly and respectfully marked across Denmark. Many flags fly at half-mast, memorial services are held, and Danish media typically run occupation documentaries or retrospectives. It's a national day of reflection carried out in a typically understated Danish way. From Denmark, we move over to something millions of people couldn't live without. Connection 30, Bluetooth devices. I contend that Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are two technological advances that fundamentally shape the way we all live today. I could happily live without X, Facebook or Instagram, but take away my Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and I'm joining the revolution and manning the barricades, comrade. Bluetooth was invented in 1994 by a team of engineers at Ericsson, the Swedish telecommunications company. The goal was to develop a short-range wireless communication system that could replace cables between devices like phones, headsets and computers. They succeeded, and Bluetooth connectivity has rid the world of cables and made life so much easier. Bluetooth devices are named after the 10th century Danish king Harald Gormson, known as Harald Bluetooth. Harald unified warring tribes in Denmark and Norway. Put simply, he made them talk to each other, just like Bluetooth devices. From a Scandinavian technology of unification, we move over to a rather divisive French woman. Connection 31, Koko Chanel. Koko Chanel was not a nice woman. Whilst undeniably influential, she clearly revolutionized women's fashion. She was a deeply anti-Semitic Nazi collaborator who saw the war and occupation as a chance to purify French business from Jewish ownership. Her feminism was elitist and self-serving, not built on solidarity. Chanel embodied the ugly moral compromises of European high society during the war, ambitious, bigoted, and unrepentant. After the war, she carefully rewrote her own history, painting herself as a victim of Nazi occupation, cultivating the myth of the lonely genius who liberated women from their corsets. She connects to Bluetooth, see what I did there, because of logos. The Chanel logo famously consists of two interlocking C's, Koko Chanel, and the Bluetooth logo is a combination of the Viking runes Hagal, which is the equivalent of the modern letter H, and the rune Bjarken, which is the equivalent of the modern letter B. When merged, they become HB for Harald Bluetooth. From the fetid stink of French collaboration, we take an acid trip into a purple haze. Connection 32, Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was a self-taught genius who played entirely by ear, developing his own intuitive understanding of chords and scales. Relatively unknown in the US, he moved to London in 1966, where he formed the Jimi Hendrix Experience and stunned the British rock scene. His famous stunt of setting his guitar ablaze at the 1967 Monterey Pop Festival cemented his legend as a daring showman. And his 1969 Woodstock performance, including the psychedelic rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner, became an anti-war symbol of the era. Koko Chanel connects to Hendrix in a bizarre fashion. See what I did again? Burial attire. Koko Chanel left instructions that she was to be buried in Lausanne, Switzerland, in an immaculate tailor-made white linen suit. Hendrix, a member of the tragic 27 Club, of which more later, was buried in Renton, near Seattle, and it is widely believed that he was lowered into the ground in a purple velvet suit. We emerge from a purple haze to find a real-life monster. Connection 33. The Komodo Dragon. Komodo dragons evolved from giant monitor lizards that roamed Australia around 4 million years ago and can reach up to 3 meters in length and weigh more than 70 kilos. Little wonder they are known as the king of lizards. They produce venom that lowers blood pressure and prevents clotting. They hunt deer, wild pigs, and even water buffalo, often ambushing their prey with surprising speed. If prey escapes after being bitten, the dragon simply follows it around for hours until the venom takes effect. You really don't want to mess with one of these bad boys. Fewer than 1,400 adults remain in the wild, and they are found only on a few Indonesian islands, including Komodo. Okay, the link from Hendrix is a bit of a stretch, so pay attention. Hendrix died aged just 27. Unfortunately, as a music star, he is not alone in this. There are so many, it has become known as the 27 Club. Not a club you would want to be a member of. The club includes Kurt Cobain of Nirvana, Brian Jones of the Stones, Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse, and Jim Morrison, frontman of The Doors, who is famously known as the Lizard King. So Hendrix connects to the Lizard King via the 27 Club, and the King of Lizards is the Komodo dragon. From reality that is unbelievable, we journey to the unbelievable that forms many people's reality. Wow, that was a bit deeper than I was expecting. Connection 34. Christianity. I know what you're thinking. However, the connection here is very specific and very strange. Christianity's foundation story is that Jesus, the Son of God, was a virgin birth. In the Gospel of Luke, the angel Gabriel tells Mary that she will conceive and bear a son, Jesus, who will be called the Son of God. When Mary asks how this can happen since she is a virgin, it's a fair question, Gabriel replies, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you." That's just not nice. Looked at from another angle, Mary effectively impregnated herself. This is called parthenogenesis, and remarkably, Komodo dragons can actually do this. In general, the female Komodo dragon reproduces sexually and needs a male partner to give birth. However, female Komodo dragons are also capable of parthenogenesis, which is the ability to reproduce asexually without a male. And when they do, the offspring is always male. From Christianity, the next connection is surely obvious to everyone. Connection 35. Shrek. Shrek was a huge box office and critical success. It made nearly $500 million worldwide, an enormous sum for 2001, and spawned a $1 billion franchise. It was also the first animated film ever to compete for the coveted Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. Shrek is voiced by Canadian comedian Mike Myers, who puts on a Scottish accent. But this wasn't planned. Myers first voiced Shrek with his own Canadian accent, then redid it in a Scottish one at his own expense because he wanted to make Shrek sound warmer and funnier. As anyone who has seen Shrek knows, Eddie Murphy arguably steals the show. His hysterical rapid-fire dialogue as Donkey created one of the most popular sidekicks in film history, earning him major critical praise. And it is Donkey that connects Christianity to Shrek. In Numbers, the 4th book in the Bible, it is stated that these words are spoken. "What have I done to you that you have beaten me these 3 times?" The connection with Shrek is that these words in the Bible were spoken by a donkey. Yes, when it comes to talking donkeys, the Bible beat Shrek by a couple of thousand years. So that's it for episode 5. Hope you've enjoyed another sojourn into the irrelevant. If you can spare a few seconds, please take time to like and subscribe, as it really helps with the channel's visibility on YouTube. Episode 6 sees me connect Shrek with this lot, as I discuss links 36 to 42 in the never-ending chain of abstraction that is bizarre connections. Can you spot who or what Shrek connects directly to? Join me next time to find out if you were right. Me again. One last thing. Why not join me at the beginning for link 1, Steve Jobs, on my endless chain of bizarre connections? Go on. You know you want to. Or why not view the entire playlist containing all the episodes? Also, if you could comment and subscribe, I would be eternally grateful.